Hey folks, it's your favorite sorcerer. I'm going through a walk right now. Just part of my morning routine after doing some exercise. And I'm walking through a park here, right? And what that reminds me of is that what is spirituality really? What is that? It is about living in harmony with nature. But the problem is that most of us have never been taught what nature is actually about, and that there are rules, that there are cycles, there's a there's a structure to nature as well. Nature is not just about, laying at the beach once in a while or climbing a mountain. Living in harmony with nature means that you understand the cycles of nature. And you plug yourself into those. You understand the rhythms. Everything has a rhythm. It's a universe that has a rhythm, right? There are ups and downs. There's ebb and flow. And if you align yourself with the natural cycles, you will stop resisting the Tao, so to speak. And as you stop resisting, and as you live in harmony with it, you will learn that life becomes more and more effortless. Now, it doesn't mean that you won't challenge yourself. You should always do that. You should strive to become greater. But what I say in terms of effortless is it means that you will live in alignment and harmony with your purpose, and therefore it will be an adventure. It will be exciting. Your life will feel like it is yours and not somebody else's. This is very important. See, when you look into nature anywhere, look at this. Nature is incredibly abundant, right? So my question to you is, why do you have scarcity in your life in any area? Why is that? I give you the answer. I just gave you the answer. It's because you don't live in harmony with nature, with the laws of the universe. And I promise you, when you learn, apply, and use the laws of nature to your advantage, there will be no scarcity in any way, shape, or form. Everything's going to come to you in abundance. You're going to live an abundant life, which is what we're all supposed to be doing. This idea of scarcity is a lie. Certain people have promoted the idea of scarcity for a very long time so that they could create, servant classes and be the rulers. But in reality, scarcity is an illusion. It does not exist, you see. Which brings me to the topic of money. So why do you struggle with money? Why don't you have as much as you want? Why don't you live in abundance? It's because you don't know the laws of nature. It goes back to the same thing. Now people will tell you, Frank, well, if you have mastered that, why do you still teach? Why don't you just fuck off and live on a beach somewhere? Guys, you have no idea what that's like. Once you have enough money for yourself, you realize that there are many more things than money. There are many things that you can't buy with money. You can't buy love, which is a real thing. Yes, I believe in love, believe it or not. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. But listen, look at this. Every single leaf, every single piece of grass, every single bird, every single chirping of every bird has a purpose. Do you understand? Nothing happens just by accident. Nothing is just there without a reason. So when the bird is chirping, it is not questioning its existence, or it doesn't wish to do something else. Okay? Now, maybe that's not the best analogy, but what I'm trying to tell you here is that you have to find your purpose. And once you find your purpose, That is what you do. Now, guess what? One of my purposes is to help other people level up spiritually. That's part of my purpose. That's why I keep teaching, even though I don't have to. And as you will find, there's a very rewarding thing that comes from that. So, this Friday, I believe it will be the 24th. Anyways, today's Tuesday the 20th. This Friday at 11 a.m. PST, we're going to do another free webinar on financial astrology. A free webinar. I'm going to teach you how to use those cycles of nature to, time the market, for a lack of a better word. There's a lot of stuff that you have to know, but if you actually know those things, yes, you can benefit from it. Also understand that in the next 18 months, a lot of companies all over the world are going to be tanking. So you have to understand short selling, which is also what I'm going to go into. Okay? You have to understand short selling, which means you profit and benefit from a company going down, and there's nothing unethical about that. What I'm trying to tell you is essentially the following thing. Knowledge is power. It's always been like that. And that's why they kept knowledge from you. Real knowledge. I'm not talking about school. Listen, I'm an academic, okay? I'm not knocking it, There are certain fields of study where you should go the academic route, like when it comes to science and all these things. But most of it is actually bullshit, and I say that myself. It's most of it is a lie. It's an indoctrination. We all know that. So take advantage of this opportunity, guys. Take advantage of this opportunity to learn about financial astrology. There was already massive response to, to this first webinar that I did. People are hungry for this knowledge and people want to know it. Yeah, and they should. You should know that. Why the fuck should you not know that? See, when you look at the markets, it's essentially like this. When JP Morgan said, you don't need an astrologer to be a millionaire, but you need one to become a billionaire, there's a lot of truth to that. See, all markets are obviously manipulated, without a question. If you think that markets work fairly or transparently, you're wrong. They're very, very, very much manipulated. Big players, hedge funds, that move the markets here and there, regulations, blah, 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 right? We all know that. But what you will also see when you analyze the movements, when you analyze the big ups and downs, you will see that they always, the big players always act in alignment with the stars. So you got two answers there, why that is, or two options. Either even the big players are subject, junior, to the laws of nature, which they are obviously, and they're doing it unawarely. They're not aware that it's an astrological cycle that is making them make their move in the market. Or, which is the option that I am convinced of, they themselves understand those cycles. And what they're doing is they're just swimming with the tides. They already know that the general energetic movement is in that direction, and now they're taking full advantage of it, and that's when they're making their move. That's what I believe. Because believe me, the people in charge of this stuff, they're far from stupid. And they're far from atheistic, atheists. Don't even get me started. Listen, atheists with their knowledge that entails a high school class in science, right? Idiots. But obviously you're not an atheist, otherwise you wouldn't listen to me. So, listen guys, take advantage of this opportunity. I'm going to teach you a lot. We're going to have a lot of slides where I'm going to show you the ups and downs. I'm going to show you the market movements. I'm going to show you what planetary alignments you have to look at, all of these things, right? In the first webinar, there were no slides. In the second one, there are going to be many, many slides that actually show you in detail what I'm telling you, okay? So, take advantage of that. How do you take advantage of that? You click the link in the description and you sign up for the free webinar. Before the webinar, you're going to be sent an invitation. Okay, you're going to be sent an invitation on Friday. A reminder on Friday. And you're going to learn some stuff that is highly, highly protected. It's actually only known by, by the elites, for lack of a better word. Okay, so join us. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.